Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, first of all, folks, welcome to tonight. Thank you guys for taking some time to kind of join us tonight to hear about this great company of Q Sciences. A little bit about myself. My name is Ben Bristow. I am obviously Kate's husband, for those that you do not know. If you have no idea, you can see that little head of hair there. That is our newborn son we had about 9 or 10 weeks ago yesterday. And he's just been an awesome addition to our little family here these past 10 weeks. I'm currently at my job right now doing some coaching, but prior to that, I was been a Marine for almost 14 years, did 6 tours overseas. And how we found Q Sciences was mainly because of my PTSD, my inability to sleep, and of course, all the pain being from getting blown up over 13 times, being taken around to the chest and the sacral plates. It's just been a whole conundrum of being a Marine. That's what you get when you sign up to be a warfighter. When we found Q Sciences, we tried it out for the first night. I tried it out for the first night, and I slept so well, so deep, and it was absolutely wonderful to sleep 8 hours in that first night that I tried this actual product. Before in the past, it was only 2 hours a night for almost 14 years. You can kind of imagine just how painful that is in your everyday life if you only get 2 hours, how well you would function in this world and society. Once we actually got in depth with the company and we actually learned why the products are so great, it was actually because of the people who actually back this company. And being a Marine, we're always looking for great leaders, and we found great leaders inside this company. Ones that I would definitely follow and take orders from if had be. So it's pretty great as being a Marine for 14 years and being a leader myself. Tonight, you guys get to hear from probably the most wonderful person in the world, that being my wife. Of course, I gotta say that she's laughing in the background. I can see that. Not only is she the mother of my child, but she is also a great leader when it comes to this company as well. And I'm really excited for you guys to hear from her. So Kate, without further ado, take it away.
Thanks, Ben. No, this is fun. This is literally a whole Bristow family gathering tonight. You got Ben, you got baby, you got me, the whole gang. But no, thanks, Ben. I'm so excited to be able to share with you something that's really important to us. I know I even have one of my friends, Angela, on here getting to take a closer look at what Ben and I get to work on the side of our CrossFit gym, and really an extension of what we're so passionate about in regards to really giving people other options for health. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. And like Ben mentioned, his health actually led us here, and it's been a game changer for us, but in so many other ways. And so I'm actually going to screen share a few visuals with you guys because I'm kind of a visual person. Let me try and get these layers off my screen. There we are. And so really Q Sciences, like I said, has added so much value, but I'll give you a couple pictures of our gang. Obviously you guys met Ben, Colton. This picture at the top right means everything to me. Like Ben said, his PTSD and mental health really led us here. And I think we can all say that we probably know someone who has struggled with something like depression, anxiety. Maybe you do know someone in the military, and you don't have to be in the military to have PTSD. But the fact that Ben gets to have his legacy live on literally means that he is doing well. And like I said, that's just, the biggest thing we can be most grateful for. But here at the bottom, you guys get to take a look at our gym. That's really where we spend a lot of our time. It's definitely our passion to be able to extend health and fitness to our local community. But I can tell you, it was not that fancy when we started 6 years ago. We literally were in a park with a boombox, no equipment. And so we've been able to build something that we are very proud of, but also with what we believe to be something that's very excellent. And how we get to deliver our services. And we really feel grateful that Q gets to be an extension of that excellence because they are an established company and been around since 2012. So been here for over 8 years, but has had the cutting edge technology that can really stand the test of time in doctors' offices, PTs, chiropractors, because that's how we distributed for a long time. But we've seen this awesome rapid growth because they say when something works, it's just going to naturally network. And so we've been able to really change our business model and really be able to put a voice behind it in a word of mouth marketing sense. And as we've been able to grow, not just in the US, but across the world, it's really been so exciting. But the coolest part is, guys, the reason why you've actually probably never heard of us is because we're still very much ground floor. which usually in a sense of business just means opportunity, which there is. And when we look at really the people, I know Ben talked a lot about leadership. I mean, being in the Marine Corps, that's something that he's always valued, is strong leadership. And I just value good people at the end of the day. And we get to follow our CEO, Mark, our president, Jake, people who have a massive heart for really being able to help people. And the thing that I love about Mark Wilson is that he cares about people's health to a core, but he's also a winning person. He's a 2-time Super Bowl winning champion. He also owns a lot of real estate in the Seattle area. And so he does know what he's doing here. And he's been able to link arms with really the best. And that comes down to Jake Spencer, who's been able to really lead our company forward in amazing ways, and someone we actually call a mentor ourselves. And so I would say like the third piece of the pie actually comes down to Dr. Stephen Kimberly. He's our Chief Science Officer. He's our gatekeeper. And if you guys know anything about supplements or consumables, there really isn't much that actually puts a stamp of approval or really sets a bar. And so when you do have someone who's been able to take his 40 years of practice and also be able to marry it with his 14 years spent as the chief editor of WebMD, he's actually able to formulate a product line that is meeting the needs of masses. I'm talking about things like mental health, depression, anxiety. I'm talking about things like energy, sleep, pain, hormones, things that we can all probably, deal with or struggle with, or maybe know someone who does. And so we do have an amazing line of products from, total wellness to full spectrum hemp. Like, that's an amazing category in itself. We even have avenues for fitness and weight loss that we're actually very proud of, but also sprays, some oral sprays. And I'll kind of zoom in on this for a second because these are way cool. They are like the size of the pen and very cost effective in a way that you actually get to absorb your micronutrients and in ways that you are, your body naturally absorbs them at its best. So things like B12, D3, C+, we have sprays for that, but I would say my absolute favorite is one of the blends, and that is our sleep spray. And my husband, who struggled with sleep for years, this is really something that helps get his brain to kind of slow down at night and get to sleep faster. And he's been able to kind of pair that with our hemp oil to actually stay asleep longer. And so that's been massive. But I will show you this, because a lot of people ask, me on a daily basis, because I am a licensed sports nutritionist, and I do get to consult a lot of people when it comes to their nutrition. I get the question a lot, what should I take for supplements? And, they think they need to take their protein powders and their, BCAAs and their glutamine. And really what it comes down to is you really need something that's going to be able to meet your micronutrition at a core. And so our QMax is a multivitamin, but I don't even like to call it that because it's really a brain hack supplement. And I know some of you guys are thinking, wait, a multivitamin, a brain hack supplement, how is that even possible? Because maybe you've taken multivitamins before and actually never felt a difference. Well, that was me. I didn't quite believe in them for a long time. But I can tell you this, the reason why this is our #1 product and really one that founded our company is because it actually works. You can feel it. Ben's mental focus, his ability to sit down and really focus on programming and projects, that's through the roof. While on my end, I can really feel a difference in my ability, like my mood. I feel so much more stable, throughout the day, because mental health is something that I've really dealt with and struggled with for years. Now, outside of the QMax, actually backtracking to that one, I will have to mention this micronutrient has over 33 clinical studies connected to brain health too. So things like depression, anxiety, mood, even big things like schizophrenia, rage, PTSD, brain injuries, autism, like the list goes on. And it's really quite incredible. But I will say the second one there in the stack has probably become one of our favorites, just because we are very, very active people and you need something to allow your body to reduce inflammation naturally. And that's exactly what this Align is. It is a natural form of ibuprofen, and we've seen results not just in the small things like acute recovery, but really the chronic things like Ben's back. He had sciatic flare-ups for 8 years, and he's been able to actually cancel his back surgery last year. And just because when he was scheduled, he was feeling so good. And we said, how long could you feel good for? And no joke, he's running, he's lifting, he's more active today than we've seen him in years, and pain-free, thank goodness. And so we love the Align. And then the last of the three here is really for gut health, biotics. And if you guys know anything about a healthy gut, it's really your second brain. It's where your immune system starts. And so this is definitely hands down the best probiotic I've ever used. I have way less food sensitivities and overall just more regular. And we've seen even on the far end of the spectrum, you know, people with actual digestive disorders actually be able to get some amazing relief with our biotics. Now, our fitness and weight loss, you know, I say this all the time. I am so proud of this because it's not just a supplement to health, but we have nutrition, recipes, challenge groups, and actual exercises that you can do, because it's not just what you're taking, but how you're living, how you're moving. And so we really believe that Q is moving our health and fitness forward with long-lasting habits. And really the last kind of the product line, you know, really wraps up here on the full spectrum hemp. And I will tell you this, if you know nothing about full spectrum hemp, this was likely not the last time you will hear about it, just because it is making waves in how people are choosing to do medicine. This isn't something that's hot today or gone tomorrow. And I will tell you this, if you've heard of the word CBD before, it's very similar, but much more effective. You got the whole plant here. And so, you know, this was actually the product that Ben tried that allowed him to get 8 hours of sleep the first night he took it. And I thought he was crazy. I was like, it's in your head. This can't be true. I actually told him not to buy it because I thought it was drugs. Like, I was like, we're not doing drugs. You're not bringing this into our household. But I quickly learned that that's not the case. It's completely legal in all 50 states. You know, there's no THC. There's nothing psychoactive about it. But honestly, when I saw Ben heal, I saw him sleep week in, week out, night in, night out. I was like, okay, this is weird. Maybe I should try it. There's some anti-inflammatory benefits. And I had been dealing with chronic knee pain for almost a year at that point. And I was able to get relief within 2 weeks. Like, it was wild. And so let me explain this, you know, it's one product, but Ben can take it for sleep. I can take it for my knee pain. My girlfriend can take it for her anxiety, and my mom can take it for her arthritis. One product completely adapts. It's an adaptogen in each person's individual needs. And so we are so proud of really the quality of the hemp oil that we have. Very absorbable, the most absorbable we have found, much faster onset, but we've also been able to do that on a topical product as well. And so hemp really is moving forward, guys. And we have roll-ons, we have things for pets, we have different herbs to help with sleep and even immunity. And so I will show you this. Putting on your business hat, and really this is what led us here, was where hemp was going. You know, it talking about it being a $20 billion industry by 2024. Like, that is insane. Like, literally insane. And if you ever see an industry growing in that size at that rate, you should probably hurry and try and get in front of it before the masses do, because that's really where opportunity is found. And so for us, it only made sense to partner with a company who was already doing it, because who wants the high startup costs of a startup company, the capital, the risk, the time. And really, that's all we wanted to do, was be able to play in the space. And so Q has products that are truly, truly meeting needs, you know, matching growing markets. But the vehicle of it all, that social selling element, I thought, man, that's really the game changer in this, because the first hemp oil I bought was a referral of a friend. And that's because I was scared. I didn't trust Amazon. I didn't trust a random person's review. I trusted the recommendation of a friend. And really, that's how we see this industry growing, and really why this business model is working. And so the ambassador side for us, when we saw this, we thought, oh my gosh, like there's like everything to gain, nothing to lose. This is awesome, because you do get to shop at wholesale prices as an ambassador and get a ton of rewards and tools to be able to really share this effectively. But the reason why we knew it was also a smart business decision is because we saw that they had a preferred customer route. And if you guys know anything about business, you know that people buy and they rebuy and become returning customers is when they feel valued. And that's exactly what our preferred customer program does. For $10, literally $10 a year, our customers get to shop at wholesale prices and have access to cashback rewards and even free product. And so that kind of sealed the deal. And we said, okay, show me more. What does this really take to get started? And so we saw that there was a partnership fee for, actually, it wasn't even $40 when we joined, but it was actually $79. But when we saw it, even at $40, we thought, that's like a tank of gas. Like, that's like a dinner out, like way less than a dinner out. It depends where you live, though. And for that, you actually get tools and resources like your own website where people get to shop through, your own back office, even marketing material to be able to grow your business, and also still have the traditional tax breaks and tax benefits of a traditional business owner. But I will say, you know, and the last bit here, that financial freedom movement, I'll get to kind of wrap up in here in just a second, because that's huge. That's a free financial coach at your fingertips, and they've been an amazing resource for us. But out of all of this that's not listed here is actually the systems. It's the people, it's the mentorship. Something that we never got when we spent way more than $40, mind you, opening up our traditional business. We spent over 35 grand, and that was on a small scale, to have our day one. And we didn't get a mentor in our pocket. We actually had to pay hundreds of dollars to have someone advise us. And so when I saw that we had mentorship, we had coaching, we had someone who was going to show us the ropes, I thought, well, Ben, we're all in. You know, show me how this all works, right? And so I will tell you guys, you know, there are 4 ways that we earn. And I will break them out, and I'll show you some numbers here in a second. But the first way is through customer sales. So here you are. You get to partner with Q. You get your own e-commerce store, something that actually never gets to be shut down. And that's something we feel grateful for, because guess what? COVID does not like storefronts, and we had to close our business for over 2 months and still had to rack up all the overhead while we couldn't be open and service our members. It was hard. It was actually devastating. And so when we saw that we have this online platform that doesn't get shut down and people get to shop online, you're pretty much now your own personal Amazon for health and wellness. You get $1, or you get commissions off of every dollar spent in a calendar month. And I was like, okay, I can get behind that. That's simple. And then they said, well, there's actually the second way that we earn is by creating small online digital franchises. And I thought, what does that even mean? And so they said, tag 2 people. And so I tagged my mom and I tagged my best friend, because those are 2 people I genuinely love, and I love doing business with them. So why not? And so we helped them get their stores up and running. They plugged into the systems. They got the same mentorship that we did. And as they were able to find their first customers and people started shopping through them, guess what? They made those customer commissions, and I made a small residual. And that was crazy, because that meant that was income that had nothing to do with my network, my efforts. And that was really the light bulb moment of, oh my gosh, how big could this actually be? And so that's also going to be connected to promotional rank bonuses, because we want to pay you more as a company. But 2, the last bit here is the financial freedom movement is actually income paid directly to a debt or long-term savings. And so I'm just going to zoom in here so you can kind of get some figures, because I bet you some of you guys are on your cell phones. But here, anywhere from 15 to 35%, you'll get paid on off of every dollar spent through your online store. And what's crazy about the customer side is we have people on our team earning a few $100s a month from customers. We have people earning a few $1,000s a month from customers. Like, you can scale this to any size that you want. And it's a really lucrative part of our compensation plan. Now, that second box is way cool, because remember, guys, I told you that I got to tag my mom and my best friend to do business with. Well, once their stores collectively got to $300, they made those customer commissions, and I made $50. And that continued month in and month out. As long as that $300 was maintained, I made $50. And I can tell you why it did is because, number 1, our products work. They're so awesome. But 2, they're a 30-day consumable. So it is a reoccurring customer purchase. And that really means that as your book of business grows month over month, so does your monthly earnings. And so guys, we have people literally that we get to work with that are earning a few $100s a month. We have people earning a few $1,000s a month. We also have people earning tens of thousands of dollars a month. And the craziest part of it all, I didn't even think that anything like this would ever be possible. But one of my girlfriends, she's been with Q for about 2 years, just over 2 years. She makes a 6-figure monthly income. I've never worked a job or owned a traditional business if that was ever going to be an option. So the fact that it is here, and you could literally choose to be paid your worth, choose what type of income you want to earn, I was like, I'm in. I'm sold. Sign me up. And so the box 3 here is those bonuses, and those all stack up, paid at one time. And then also this last little bit here, this is going to be once you're promoted 4 times, you're going to start earning $100 to $400. And that's going to be directly deposited to a debt or long-term savings. So think about a car payment, a mortgage, student loans, a retirement account. Literally, you tell where Q to write that check and bam, they send it there. And so let me see here. So the last little bit I kind of want to wrap up on. I also want to see who's on here just because I was hoping. Oh, good, he is here. Cedric, you can unmute yourself. I'm glad you made it on, my friend. But the last little bit here, guys, is the financial coaching. This is the part that I just said has added so much value to my family. Talk about a financial coach that has your goals as their best interest. Whether you want to pay down debt, maybe you want to improve your credit, maybe you want to set up a long-term savings, like literally whatever you want to be consulted on, they will do that at no cost. And so we've seen it. We've seen our ambassadors on our team. One guy paid off 60 grand last year using our FFM program. We've had other people improve their credit by hundreds of points. Gosh, my parents, they're amazing, but they've worked so hard paycheck to paycheck and didn't have a retirement, and they don't, and they're 60. And so when you get to be consulted and actually create a roadmap to be able to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, like talk about life-giving, guys. Like that, I mean, that's a whole level of stress that you just get to like brush off your shoulders and actually get to enjoy really the best years, right? The golden years, right? But before we wrap this all up, I do want to introduce to you guys one of my friends, Cedric. Cedric, I saw you pop up. There you are. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good. But I just wanted to introduce you guys to Cedric. He's a friend that I've known for a long time, just over 10 years. And we actually just partnered in this business gosh, not even, 2 weeks ago? Just over 2 weeks?
We're about to.
Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was about to say, we're about that close, about 2 weeks. We're pushing it.
It's 2 weeks. I think we're like a day over. But I would love for you just to share in like 1 or 2 minutes, I mean, just what your experience has been, I mean, with Q, the business, and what it's done for you and your family before we kind of close this all up.
Yeah, sure. No problem. So as Catie mentioned, we've known each other for about 10 years now, a little over. And I have plenty of experience in the industry. I wasn't really looking for something, but kind of sort of was. And the reason I say that is because I did 2 other companies, very successful with both of them, but they weren't really something that fit my lifestyle. I had to change my lifestyle, if that made sense. I was like in my early 20s when I first started. The first company was in legal. The second company was an anti-aging. I didn't have a wrinkle on my body, but I understood the space. I understood the opportunity and what it can do for me. But when Catie brought this to me, I took a look at it the first time. I kind of said no, because I didn't really pay too much attention. But I did ask her for more information. And the more information she gave to me, the more I really got interested in it. Because me and my wife, I've always been a gym head and kind of like, always trying to keep myself healthy and in shape. And the same with my wife. We're both military. She's in the Navy. I'm in the Marine Corps, or was in the Marine Corps. But this was something that I saw really could fit my life. And then when I saw the science behind it, I know Catie's a licensed nutritionist, so I know she does her due diligence on anything she does, especially if she's going to attach her name to it. And after just looking at that and talking to somebody on the support team as well, and them understanding that I was working 12 hours a day already, I'm working on building 3 traditional businesses myself. And then some of them are going to take some time. I have to put in some work in the IT field and the barbering field as well. And then I still have to go get licensed to be I want to open up a maintenance shop as well too, so an auto mechanic. And I want to fund all of these businesses by myself. And the reason I say that is because, like I told you guys, I've been in the industry before, and I know that type of money is definitely capable here. So we just got started. After taking a look at everything, it was kind of a no-brainer for us. Everything fit. But the coolest part about this is the support system. So I told you guys I work for 12 hours a day. And just to be able to bring somebody to a Zoom meeting like this on a 30-minute break once a day, and within 2 weeks, we blow, I think we're almost on our 4th promotion already, well over $1,000 in income. And I don't even really do anything. I literally just bring people to the Zooms and they do the rest. So it's been a blessing for me and my family already. We're definitely looking for forward to the everything that's happening with Q Sciences. I know we got more products and stuff coming out, and it's just been exciting and unbelievable. Because like I said, I've done 2 other companies, and I busted my butt in both of those. I was working those full time. And never have we had this type of growth. Never has it made this much sense to people. And another thing I think that really relates to is the world today, because everybody, I mean, gym uniforms have become an outfit, right? People are literally wearing like spandex or shorts or tank tops or whatever everywhere they go now, right? It's like a fashion. So when you mention health and wellness to somebody, it really sticks. And I felt like I should have been in this space 10 years ago. But I'm excited about everything that's going on. Thank you so much, Catie, for all your help and support. You really helped this team grow in a huge amount in this short amount of time. And I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Cedric. Thank you. No, guys, I just think this is so fun because you get to work with people that you really care about. And it gets to you really, I mean, working with Cedric after really, we hadn't even spoken in about 10 years. He was over doing all his own thing. We're in Idaho doing our thing. And so it really brings people together for a legit reason. And it always is, it feels so good to be able to know you're impacting other people's families at the same time. And so I will kind of wrap it up with this because I'm grateful for you guys' time. And I know we've been on here, I think, for close to about 30 minutes. But really, I mean, it's really one of 2 things. I mean, if the business makes sense and you say, wow, I could really use a plan B, you literally have everything to gain and nothing to lose, just like everyone here. I mean, Cedric sharing that he was able to earn about $1,000 his first 10 days is just mind blowing. And I would say that's not abnormal. He's not, you know, a 1%er, someone who's really doing this with a whole bunch of talent. We're working in small time frames and plugging into the system that works. While on the other end, if there was a product that you're like, I just can't stop thinking about it because it really spoke to me, same. You have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Everything has a money back guarantee. And when you get to shop for wholesale prices, like who doesn't like to shop at a discount, right? But truly, I mean, I would just say, you know, get back with the person who did invite you to take a look at this. It's really exciting times on so many levels. And I definitely hope to meet some of you guys here soon, because I know we are kind of all spread out all over the globe. But again, thank you guys. It was so nice getting to chat with you and hope to see you guys soon. Take care.